Jonathan, we're on Piers Morgan. I get to speak. We're not in Gaza. You don't get to kill me as a journalist. I get to speak here.
Mehdi, there's been a job opening. Israel finally got rid of Abu Ubaidah, very prolific and
Welcome back, everyone. Jonathan the criminal Conricus is back on the Piers Morgan show, and this time he's up against Mehdi Hasan, who literally slaps the facts out of him. I'm a little disappointed, if I'm honest. Mehdi Hasan, such a high caliber individual, having a debate with such a douchebag like Jonathan, who literally has nothing but insults to throw at people. Anyway, guys, let's take a look.
I talked earlier about, what the purpose of combat is. He said he was a proud IDF man. He's proudly part of a military that last week bombed a hospital not once but twice. A double tap strike, according to CNN, triple tap strike, killing emergency responders, journalists, aid workers in front of our eyes. That is his glorious military. It's an Israeli military which, according to Dr. Nick Maynard, Piers, who you know, British doctor, I interviewed him last month, he said he treated Palestinian teenagers in his hospital in Gaza over the summer who were shot in the testicles, multiple children shot in the testicles by Jonathan's military, the same military that killed 15 paramedics in April, and then just buried them with their ambulances in the sand. They were buried in the sand by the Israeli military in April. They lied, the Israelis. They said, the lights were off. We didn't know who they were. Hamas were firing. Turned out all to be a lie. You know what the Israelis did, Piers? They fired the deputy commander. That's it. Nobody went to prison. No one was charged. They murdered 15 people. That's the military that Jonathan's come to defend. The most immoral military right now in the world that is bombing hospitals in front of our eyes.
Jonathan?
Yeah, it's it's various levels of ridiculous. But listen, Mehdi, there's been a job opening. Israel finally got rid of Abu Ubaidah, very prolific and Hamas.
You've really got to get better with your Hamas propaganda. You're a racist,
small man.
genocidal, war criminal. You support war criminals. Well, you're trying to put a target on me? Are you and Elon Levy trying to put a target on me? Are you trying to put a target on me? You keep saying I'm Hamas, and you support killing Hamas.
You've done it with Elon, and it won't work with me, little Mehdi. Little Mehdi, you've done that shtick with Elon. It doesn't impress me. But I'm telling you is that if you improve your Arabic just a bit,
you keep saying I'm Hamas based on nothing.
If you improve your Arabic just a bit, I think you are well on track to become a very prolific spokesperson for Hamas.
Engaged in sexual violence against Palestinian women.
Abu Ubaidah.
You're being investigated in the International Criminal Court.
Touting
you are part
Hamas's
of an
propaganda
army
lies.
that is committing genocide, Jonathan.
Mehdi, you are touting Hamas's propaganda lies. You are regurgitating things from April and from September.
The genocidal Israeli military.
Let me jump in. Jonathan, let me jump in, please.
Israeli military.
All right.
And now you want to kill every journalist that speaks out against you. You
Jonathan,
killed 5 journalists last week.
Jonathan,
This is what happens when a highly intelligent man goes up against a sickening and wretched individual like Jonathan. There's really no point. You have Mehdi on one hand dropping facts after facts, and the response by the other so-called representative is just insults. In my eyes, this was orchestrated by Piers purely for entertainment purposes. It's shocking.
First of all, I'm old enough to remember October 2023 when the world went mad to suggest that Israel would ever attack a hospital. We were told for months Israel would never attack a hospital. Now they proudly attack a hospital and try and justify it with nonsense justifications. We attacked it because there was a Hamas camera on the roof. First of all, it wasn't a Hamas camera. It was a Reuters camera. Reuters already gave the Israeli military their positions. There were no Hamas cameras on the roof. It's a ridiculous new phase of Israeli propaganda to say it was a Hamas camera justified killing 20 people, which was insane. Okay, let me speak. If you stop interrupting, then I'll deal with that lie. You already said it. You said there was
Let Mehdi respond,
please.
You're
lying.
Hamas terrorists.
Let Mehdi respond.
I never get through a single answer on this show.
Let Mehdi respond.
6 Hamas operatives were not killed. You claim they were killed. No evidence has been provided to the international media that there were 6 Hamas operatives there. In fact, the 6 photos that were released here, 2 of them were killed the day before. One of them was a well-known local firefighter who Israel had already dealt with. They were not 6 Hamas operatives who were killed in that strike. As for it being a mistake, how can it be a mistake, Piers, when it was a double? Can you shut up so I can finish a sentence?
It doesn't make it true.
Piers, am I going to get to speak on this show?
Jonathan,
you're just going to let one person speak all the time?
But I mean, if you're going to lie and you're going to expect me to
you both accuse each other of lying all the time. So let Mehdi respond, then you can respond back.
And the world can see that Jonathan, we're on Piers Morgan. I get to speak. We're not in Gaza. You don't get to kill me as a journalist. I get to speak here. 6 Hamas operatives were not killed. Israel claims they were killed. It's been debunked. 20 people were killed, including 5 journalists. It couldn't have been a tragic mistake, as Jonathan claims, because it was a double tap strike. The Israeli media have reported that the Israeli military did it deliberately. In Israel, in Hebrew, they're not saying it was accident. They said it was a coordinated attack. A double tap strike. How do you explain a second strike 9 minutes later? There is no mistake. It's what Boko Haram, ISIS, Al-Qaeda do. It's deliberately to kill emergency responders. 972, an Israeli media organization, says it is now standard procedure for the Israeli military to do double tap strikes. Last summer in Mawasi, the New York Times has video of the Israelis doing a double tap strike on Palestinian paramedics. You know what Israel said at the time, Piers? We will investigate this incident. Guess what? A year later, no investigation. No one was charged. No one was punished. They always say this to gullible interviewers in the West. Well, we're investigating this mistake. Not a single Israeli soldier has gone to prison for killing anyone in Gaza since October 2023. You'll remember, Piers, I said that to Alan Dershowitz on your show. I remain to be fact-checked. It is true. Nobody went to prison for killing 15 paramedics in April. Nobody went to prison for the Mawasi double attack last summer. No one will go to prison for killing 20 people in this hospital. Jonathan and his military love to do war crimes, and no one holds them to account.
Jonathan literally has feces coming out of his mouth. The 6 Hamas operatives that he claims Israel killed were in fact journalists from international media outlets including Associated Press, Reuters, Al Jazeera and Middle Eastern Eye. If they killed 6 Hamas operatives, why would Netanyahu call it a tragic mishap which they deeply regret? We all know, of course, they do not deeply regret it. Instead, they were most likely celebrating the fact even more innocent civilians were killed. And Mehdi is absolutely right. We've seen death on an unimaginable level, yet we never see the consequences that any of these horrid individuals face. They are literally getting away with murder.
To prison.
Positions,
Jonathan, who's gone to prison?
Who's
gone to prison?
Israeli
you said
soldiers,
nonsense, Jonathan. Who's gone to prison? I was right.
I said nonsense, which is everything that comes from your mouth is either Hamas propaganda or
Mehdi, let him answer.
And yes,
name the person who's gone to prison.
And yes. And
he's
yes,
not answering. Name
yes,
the person who's gone to
IDF
prison. You and Alan Dershowitz cannot
I
name
can't understand what he's saying.
Israeli soldier who has gone to prison.
Mehdi,
let me hear him what he has to say.
IDF soldiers, yes, IDF soldiers have been disciplined and sent to military prison for misconduct, and there are still open investigations.
Not a single Israeli soldier has gone to prison for killing a Palestinian since October 2023.
By the military advocate general about yes, they have. I don't remember the name, but I know
you're lying.
Of several
Anyone
Israeli
can Google
soldiers.
it right now.
No,
Jonathan Conricus is lying to you.
You can Google.
In April, 15 Palestinians
you can
were
say
killed.
Whatever you want. You can continue
no one went to prison.
To make up half truths
Sky News has the story.
And sprinkle lies as much as you want.
We're on YouTube, Jonathan.
I know
people
for
can
a fact,
Google that you're lying right now.
I know for a fact that Israeli soldiers have been disciplined.
April 2025, 15 paramedics killed. Not a single soldier was charged.
About being interrupted.
Mehdi, you don't like it when he interrupts you, Mehdi. Let him speak.
I am interrupting, Jonathan.
Yeah, but let him speak. You don't like it when he does it.
So I'm going to fact check your lies. That's how it works, Jonathan.
Anyway, guys, there you have it. As I said earlier, I'm a little disappointed that someone like Mehdi Hasan has to even talk, look and discuss with someone as disgusting as Jonathan. Jonathan, who has never brought a single piece of credible evidence in all his interviews, is literally, as he says, a paid mouthpiece. Or in his case, a paid arse. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Support me by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you all on the next video. Peace out.